at the ProfitDig board of directors here, minus one partner who had called in remotely earlier, and we're just going to sit around and talk some business. All right, Jeff.
Yes, sir.
What is your take on the construction industry in general as we sit here in mid-May of 2020? There's a lot of negativity, a lot of gloom and doom kind of stuff you see in the news right now. What's going on?
You see a lot of stuff, in the news, and but there again, you got to take that with a grain of salt. What do you believe and what do you not believe? That comes out of the media nowadays. I can't really speak for the rest of the nation. I hear tell, of other areas that are struggling as far as construction industry, but here in Middle Tennessee, we're thriving. A lot of us are working from home, but we're picking up work daily, good work. We have invitations to bid as much or more than what we have in the past year. It's just, stuff is steadily going on, business as usual.
All right, I saw this article today talking about how the construction industry had lost 1 million jobs or something like that. So what's going on? How can that be? How are you looking for employees, yet the industry just lost 1 million jobs?
I don't really know. I can't explain it, but I know right now we have hired a couple guys in the last couple of weeks, and we've got applications coming in, and we've also got a guy coming in for an interview tomorrow or the next day. One I can't remember now, but we got another guy coming in, and we're still looking for 2 or 3 more, but everybody's busy. All the guys are working here in Middle Tennessee. It's tough to find employees. We've been looking for a while.
So you're still trying to find
employees, but we can't find them because your
business is good.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So is it a function of some of the states that have had more severe lockdown, like up
northern? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's possible. I don't frequent those areas, so I really can't speak to that. Other than what the media tells us, and I don't put a lot of faith in the media. I don't. I try to watch the news as little as possible. I don't. I just don't believe it anymore. You can't believe anything they tell you. I don't even like to watch the weatherman anymore. When I go outside, if it's cloudy, I expect rain. If it's sunshine, there's not a good chance it's not going to rain. Yeah.
Can't trust nobody.
No.
Yeah.
And it's just we're in trying times right now. We as a body, as far as the U.S. government goes, or the U.S. Citizenship goes, we have kind of turned tail and run. It's we have lost track, of our politicians, and that they are elected by us and they work for us. We're now allowing them to dictate what we do.
Okay, so what's your opinion on forced shutdown of businesses, construction or otherwise?
My opinion is it's BS. There's no law been passed. We are free people. The government cannot tell us, what we can and what we can't do. My advice to business owners is to open up. Do your business as normal. If people are scared, they'll stay at home. If they want to get out and come and support your business, they'll be there and they'll pay you money, to have your service. Look at all the people that are going to Lowe's and Home Depot because they're considered, essential. People lined up, grocery stores, they're in and out. There's not been any really increase that I've seen, as far as transition of the virus or anything else. I've been out in public, I've been around. Thankfully, I haven't contracted anything, but, flu season comes around twice a year every year. Do you normally shut down your business when flu season comes up?
We'll say that's one thing that has bothered me is that small business across the country was forced to shut down while these big box companies, Walmart, the Lowe's,
they're getting all.
They stayed open. They got all the stimulus.
They got all.
Then, why should I let my business suffer? Why these big box stores, are just getting richer and richer by the day. I'm not going to do it. They can't tell me what I can and can't do. There has been a law passed. There's nothing they can do, to keep me from going where I want to go. It's a free country. People get out and do what you want to do. don't sit at home in fear. If you do fear, stay at home. But, don't let your business suffer because the government tells you to.
I will say there are some places, such as in Los Angeles now, we were talking about today, the mayor of Los Angeles now has said that they're going to start cutting power and water to any non-essential business that doesn't obey by the, whatever their restrictions are. That seems pretty un-American.
That's socialism 101.
Yeah.
That's not socialism.
Or
That's dictatorship.
dictatorship, yeah.
Yeah, that's,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's not American, not at all.
I mean, so
Well, people will eventually begin fleeing the state of California because they can no longer conduct business there. So eventually people are, that's just less tax revenue, less revenue from top to bottom
So-
as businesses begin to flee the state. And that would occur in any state of our union.
So if you are in construction in the state of California and you need work, come to Nashville, come to Middle Tennessee, plenty of jobs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Are there lots of jobs?
lots of,
I mean, I know work is an excellent, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, you mean jobs, sorry.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
talking
actual
specifically.
projects,
Employment,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking specifically construction.
Construction,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, because I say I do the ProfitDig newsletter weekly, and so I do a lot of research for that.
Mhm.
And today, when I was just reading construction industry news, a lot of gloom and doom. I mean, millions of jobs lost, and all these projects behind schedule, and all this stuff. But then when I talked to my associate here, who is deep in the construction industry, hell, it's booming.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Maybe it's just a regional thing, or maybe a lot of
I'm
it
sure
is
that's
just
the case.
maybe a lot of it is just your media propaganda. Kind of goes along with the whole thing.
Yeah.
The economy's so bad, everything's so bad, everybody has to stay in.
And I think that's the whole point behind it, is to spread fear across the nation, just like, California announced today that they were going to accept mail-in ballots, for the election, which I do not agree with that. If you can stand in line at Lowe's and Home Depot shoulder to shoulder with people and Costco and, other places, then why can't you stand in line at the polls? I think you should have to show an ID to prove you're a U.S. citizen and, go to the polls, people, vote. Don't mail in, for all we know, your ancestors have been dead for the last 25, 30 years. They're going to be voting as well.
That's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
mail in, I don't agree with it. You should have to show up and vote. That's the way it's been since the beginning of time in the U.S. And I just don't agree with mail-in ballots, not at all.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're disabled, that would be the only way.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, let's say I was a small construction company owner somewhere where there were still these strict business restrictions. I mean, would you say just open up, go to work? Should I move somewhere else? I mean, what?
But, I don't understand how your local government can dictate you to say you can or cannot open. There hasn't been a law passed in any state that I know of saying that, you have to submit to the coronavirus. Like I said, flu season, so far corona and flu, it's very similar as far as, as cases and deaths and other things, and who knows if the death rates and the actual people that, that are affected, by this is actually right. Who knows what they're reporting. But anyway, it hasn't, exceeded the flu virus itself. Do you shut down every flu season? Whenever you shut your business down when the flu comes out? No, you don't. Business goes on as usual.
Sure. Well, in all fairness, a respiratory illness can be hard to diagnose. I know we have, testing now with various strains, this and that, but yeah, you can miscount this, you can miscount flu, lots of things like that.
Right.
And then you got people, we'll go ahead.
Well, I was saying, point being, though, for whatever reason, all of a sudden, this one particular kind of thing, they've shut the whole economy down for and done so much economic damage,
It's been a lot.
Yeah,
you know.
and the small businesses are the ones going to suffer worse than any.
Oh gosh.
Yes.
Yeah,
And our
you know,
children who are going to pay for it.
and what I've been reading and seeing, you know, a lot of small businesses, you know, within the next few weeks are probably going to go belly up.
Yeah.
You know, there was going to be an original 2-week shutdown, then a month. You know, now we're going on 2 months. You know, not many people, you know, have got the cash set aside, you know, to sustain that long, you know, without income.
No, most don't.
And you know, so at some point, you know, we got to remember, you know, what our rights are, you know, and what we can and what we can't do. But you know, one thing we can do is we've got to protect our business, you know, at all costs. You know, if that's your livelihood, you know, you've got to keep, you know, sustain your business, you know, keep your income coming in.
Yes. So how are things? So you are working from home these days?
Yep, we're working from home, and you know, a couple of days a week, generally going to the office, you know, to 2 to 5 hours, you know, at a time to print off drawings and stuff, you know, whatever I may need, you know, and you know, we're still having face-to-face meetings, you know, on projects and stuff, and you know,
What are those like? I mean, is everybody wearing masks and all that kind of stuff, or is it?
some yes, some no. You know, it's just personal preference, choice, you know. I don't wear a mask. I haven't worn one yet. Don't plan to wear one.
I haven't either. Yeah.
You know.
So in your opinion,
I
the whole
did.
mask thing is a personal.
Well, I mean, I'm cautious, you know, because I know it's out there. You know, just like right now, I mean, we're closer than normal, but you know, when I go on a job site or make a visit, you know, I generally try to stay, you know, 5-6 feet away from people, you know, as best as I can.
Sure.
But you know, it's going to happen. You're going to come in contact. I mean, if you go in Lowe's, Home Depot, you're not going to stay 6 feet apart. I mean, you're going to come in contact with people, whether you try to stay at, you know, at a distance or not. They're going to get close to you.
Yeah.
You know, it's just there again. It comes down to, you know, if your business is open, if people want to come in and support your business, they'll be there. If they're afraid, then they'll stay at home. You know, that's the people's choice.
Sure. And that's their right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Where do you see the construction industry going in the next year or two?
But yeah, I'm not like the media. I'm not going to put stuff out there, you know, that I don't know. I mean, I have no idea. You know, and that depends on our government. That depends on the media, and you know how this thing's played out, how much fear they put into people. You know,
Well,
right now, you know, it's good. I think it's going to continue to be good. But you know, the longer this goes on, the bigger risk it is going to be, you know, of declining.
all right. Let me ask you this: well, then, what do we need to have a strong, vibrant construction industry going on for the next year or two? What do we, you know, do we need? I mean, it doesn't seem like we need the government continuing to put a stranglehold on everything.
We need to go back to the plan we had, you know, as far as November of 2019. You know, everything was going good and economy was growing. You know, it was breaking records. You know, people's 401ks or retirements, you know, everything was just growing and doing great. And, you know, right now, I mean, everybody's retirement is taking a hit. You know, people like us, you know, we can, you know, we're still young enough, you know, that our retirement's going to come back. But, you know, when you got people that's, you know, 60 to 70 years of age, that still got their money in the stock market, I mean, that's a big hit, you know, that probably will never recoup, you know, what they've lost.
So if you were in charge of the United States, what would you do differently right now?
I said, let's open up and go back to business as usual. Let people know there's a virus out there and, you know, there's not a cure for it. Proceed with caution.
Yeah. I think that's it. Give people the right tools
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
to
exactly.
protect themselves and their family.
Mhm.
Like, you know, not all the fear and
Right,
this
exactly.
and that. It's, you know.
You know, hearing
And some people don't care. You can make recommendations to some people, and they're not going to follow them regardless. So.
well, and people say, you know, that Tennessee, you know, has took this as a joke, you know, and not really restricted to the warnings, you know, of the government, which I think that's a good thing, you know, for the most part. But you know, the county we live in, you look at the reports that's been coming out, you know, as far as COVID-19, there's been, in our county, there's been 84, I believe it was, this is yesterday, it was 84 confirmed cases. There's been 48, I think, recoveries. And then the other 41 or 2, whatever it may be, you know, is still dealing with it and no casualties.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right. So just sticking to our county, Dixon County, Tennessee,
Yep.
just west side of Nashville. Even here locally, a lot of economic damage has been done.
Oh, yeah.
A ton.
And which I mean, certainly I can see the argument that because of all the stay-at-home stuff, that's why the numbers are low. But still, very little, health, medical damage.
But has people really stayed at home in Dixon County? I mean, our businesses have shut down, our small local business, but I have to go in Lowe's, periodically, for stuff because I'm in the process of building a new home.
And Lowe's is jam-packed.
Sometimes I have a hard time finding a parking place right now.
Yeah, I've had to go in
Yeah.
there as well.
Same thing with Walmart.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll say, it does make me a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, I don't go out just to go out.
Yeah.
I'll go get stuff I need, but I'm not going to be shopping aisles and
No.
killing time.
Yeah, you know, in, get what you need, get out.
Right.
And I've always been, of course, small town, you go places, you see people I've always been a guy that shakes hands. I love to shake hands, and now, I've got to where, I've done elbow bumps and everything else, and
I did that earlier.
yeah. And,
Yeah.
but there again, it's a fear thing, it's whatever you fear and what you don't fear, you've got to make a decision as an individual, and your government, our government is not able to tell us what our fears are and what they're not.
I agree.
So, I believe we need to go back to business as usual, be cautious, and, especially our older community and people with kids, be smart. Don't go in public places and take, your infants and
I know,
young
that
kids,
kills me. That's ridiculous, yeah. Yeah, use your head.
Yeah, right. I mean,
Yeah.
we're not a dumb society, we
Right.
can, if we got the information that we need to have, we should be able to proceed with caution.
Exactly. That's my thing.
All right, so I guess our main point here is that it should be an issue of a personal choice, and if you have a business, you need to be in business.
You should be able to run your and operate your business, absolutely. Yeah.
All right,
And just be careful. Use your head.
yes.
Yeah. It shouldn't be rocket science.
I would say
Right.
one thing that I've kind of been highlighting in the messaging that we send out to people who look at our stuff is that now this time period, this is the type of times when some people can get really wealthy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can do very well right now. This is not the time to put your head in the sand.
Right.
This
yeah,
is time to improve how you run your business and get bigger.
Yeah.
You can shrink and disappear, or you can improve how you run your business
Yeah.
and get bigger. And of course, obviously, use ProfitDig.
Yeah.
That's why we're sitting
That's why we're
here.
sitting here talking about how to keep growing profit.
Yeah.
Yes, ProfitDig lets you create your job bids faster and better. It gives you the tool to cost against these specific line items in your bid. It is a tool that you can use to run a more successful construction business.
Yep.
So I guess that is our message to you. Open up shop, go get work, run your business, and get the tools you need to
And don't live in fear.
don't live in
Don't
fear.
live in fear.
Yeah,
Just be smart.
that's right.
All right, y'all. We're coming at you from the ProfitDig World Headquarters. Y'all got anything else? Or
That's all I have. Yeah.
No,
Good
just
stuff.
appreciate y'all joining in, and God bless.